Anyway, what I was trying to tell y'all, right? Part two, because I ran out of follow memory. But say for instance, like if there's like something that you are doing that God does not approve of, right? And it don't have to be something all serious and major. For some of y'all, it might be. But whatever your situation is, the enemy want to make you think, oh, you doing that thing. God told you to refrain from you doing that thing. So that he wants you to feel like because you doing that thing, you can't pray. You can't fast. You can't read your word. Listen, I feel like God is saying, like, man, prayer, fasting, and reading of the word is the way you get delivered from it. So how can you ever get delivered from God, by God, if you're not praying, if you're not fasting, if you are not reading the word? Don't get me wrong. You can try to quit on your own accord. A lot of people do. But what I noticed that is that when people try to do this by themselves, a lot of things, for one, you gotta wanna quit. You gotta wanna drop sin. You gotta wanna drop whatever it is that's keeping you from God. You gotta wanna drop it. And then when you invite God in, see Jesus, he'll make you whole. You can heal. You can be delivered from the addiction or from the sin or whatever the thing is that God is not aligned with. You can quit on your own accord. You can heal, but will you be made whole? That's the question. You get what I'm saying? And sometimes when you try to do things without God, that's when you end up doing it again. So invite God in. And when you invite him in, and when you are fasting, praying, and you trying to get delivered from that thing, when God set you free, a man who's set free is free indeed. You gonna feel it, you gonna know it. You free indeed. And as long as you stay in a commitment with him, you not gonna go back. That's why it's important to stay in prayer, stay fasting, stay reading your word, y'all, because the moment you slow down, you gonna slow all the way down. That's why when you feel yourself drifting off or you feel yourself slacking, you need to immediately get back on the bandwagon. As soon as you recognize it. It might be a few hours. It might be a couple of days. Hopefully no longer than that. Sometimes it might be longer than that, but God is saying, listen, he don't like lukewarm. He rather you be hot or cold. Yes, that is true. That is very true. He wants you to be hot. But just because you might be battling with a sin don't mean that you just go cold. No, you get as hot as you can. You get what I'm saying? Sometimes certain things, addictions and certain things are not that simple to just stop doing. Those of you who know, you know. I've been drug free for a while. I've been alcohol free for a while. I have been smoke free for a while. Thank God. All thanks to the Most High God. No marijuana, no cigarettes, no drinking. But that don't mean that I still don't struggle with some other things. You understand what I'm saying? He's got me out of the abusive relationships. Do I still struggle in parenting? Yes. Do I still struggle with screen time? Yes. Do I still struggle with anger sometimes? Yeah. But I'm gonna tell you, I'm grateful for the things that he already delivered me from and made me whole from. And I think about that, and I give him thanks for that. And that helps me to better myself in the other areas that I'm still working on. You see what I'm saying? Everything don't always fall off all at once. It's a process. Listen, it's a progression. You understand what I'm saying? But you'll find yourself getting better and better and better. The more you keep going, the more you keep going. That's why it's important to remember that God is not always there when you call him, but he's always on time. And a lot of times it be a test when you don't hear from him, when you don't get those answers and those responses, like I said in the part 1. It be a test to see, what are you going to do? Are you going to let your shame, your mistakes, guilt, not hearing from God, not getting answers from God, keep you away from him? Are you going to let that sin that you've been hoping to get delivered from keep you away from him? Or are you going to fast and press in even more, pray and press in even more? Are you going to let the fact that you slipped up for a little while keep you so ashamed from God to where you don't get back on the bandwagon and begin to be on hot for him? Or are you just gonna cool off and go and be cold somewhere? You see what I'm saying? God don't want that. I want you to get hot. You find yourself slipping, getting warm, do what you gotta do to get back hot. You know what I'm saying? Don't give up on the Lord because you don't see results. Don't give up on the Lord because he's not giving you the answers you want. Don't give up on the Lord because you're ashamed, because you feel guilt, because you haven't spent time with him in a while. Maybe it's been longer than a couple of days. I don't know who that's for. Maybe it's been a few years. You get what I'm saying? I don't know. But don't let that stop you. It's always a chance. It's always an opportunity to get back in there. That's what the enemy wants. He want to use the fact that you feel guilty, that you feel shame because you haven't been spending the amount of time with God as you should have. Maybe you backslid. Maybe you relapsed. He want to use that guilt to keep you from him. He want to use the fact, oh, God ain't answered you. Listen, he's not going to always be there when you call him, but he's going to be on time. He's going to be on time. Okay? Just hang in there. How will you ever know if you let go? I hope this message helps somebody. Y'all like, share, and subscribe. Peace.